Once upon a time, in a world where magic and imagination ruled, there was a studio that changed animation forever: Disney. Since its early beginnings in 1939, Disney has been crafting stories that made us laugh, cry, and believe in happily ever afters. From talking mice to ice queens, this studio has given us countless memories that have stood the test of time. It all started with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, 1937, the first ever feature-length animated film that proved cartoons could be more than just short gags. They could tell deep, emotional stories. But Disney didn't slow down in the following years. By the 1940s, classics like Pinocchio, 1940, Fantasia, 1940, and Dumbo, 1941, hit the screens, bringing groundbreaking animation techniques that wowed audiences. Who could forget that heart-wrenching scene where Dumbo's mom rocked him in her trunk? Cue the tears. Despite World War II slowing production, Disney continued innovating with films like Bambi, 1942, and Cinderella, 1950, proving that animation had limitless potential. The 1950s brought even more classics: Peter Pan, 1953, Lady and the Tramp, 1955, and Sleeping Beauty, 1959. Each of these films introduced unforgettable characters and breathtaking animation, setting a new standard for the industry. The 1960s and 1970s saw the rise of talking animals with 101 Dalmatians, 1961, The Jungle Book, 1967, and Robin Hood, 1973. These films introduced a new style of animation that relied on Xerox technology, making the characters feel more fluid and expressive. Meanwhile, The Aristocats, 1970, reminded us that even classy felines could have a jazzy adventure. The heartwarming Winnie the Pooh shorts also became a childhood staple during this time. The 1980s were a bit experimental, but Disney still gave us The Fox and the Hound, 1981, a touching story of unlikely friendship, and The Black Cauldron, 1985, a darker fantasy that strayed from the usual fairy tale formula. Disney faced struggles during this period, but then, in 1989, everything changed. The Disney Renaissance began. With The Little Mermaid, 1989, Disney returned to musical fairy tales, and the world couldn't get enough. The 1990s became the golden age of animated films, with Beauty and the Beast, 1991, becoming the first animated film to be nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. Then came Aladdin, 1992, The Lion King, 1994, and Hercules, 1997, all packed with unforgettable songs, sidekicks, and villains. The era also introduced Mulan, 1998, and Tarzan, 1999, expanding Disney's storytelling with more diverse and action-packed narratives. As the 2000s arrived, Disney faced new competition, but still delivered hits like Lilo and Stitch, 2002, Brother Bear, 2003, and The Princess and the Frog, 2009, which brought back traditional 2D animation. And then came Frozen, 2013, a phenomenon so massive that Let It Go became the anthem of an entire generation. Meanwhile, Tangled, 2010, and Moana, 2016, continued Disney's tradition of powerful princess stories, blending modern humor with classic charm. By 2020, Disney continued its streak with Raya and the Last Dragon, 2021, Encanto, 2021, and Strange World, 2022. Fans couldn't stop talking about Encanto's Bruno, though, ironically, They weren't supposed to talk about him at all. In the midst of this, Disney also dominated the box office with live-action remakes like The Lion King, 2019, and Aladdin, 2019, bringing nostalgia to a whole new audience. Looking ahead, Disney is set to release Wish, 2023, a celebration of its storytelling legacy, while planning even more animated and live-action projects for the future. Rumors swirl about a new Frozen sequel and possible reimaginings of beloved classics. Who knows? Maybe in 2027, we'll have a new Disney classic that will inspire the next generation of dreamers. From the earliest hand-drawn animations to cutting-edge CGI, Disney has never stopped evolving. And through all the magic, laughter, and heartwarming moments, one thing remains true. Disney will always be the home of dreams. So, whether you grew up with Mickey, Simba, Elsa, or Moana, one thing's for sure: Disney magic is forever. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more awesome content.